All right, welcome back to another tutorial video for Quick Pitch Baseball. Um, in this video, we're going to look at the batter card. In the previous video, we looked at the pitcher card, but here we have the batter. This is Wade Boggs. So we have our batter's name. We have bats on the left and throws on the right. So it's a left-handed batter who throws right-handed. We have his primary position. Um, Occasionally, you'll see a utility player, so UT for utility or IF for infielder, OF for outfielder, and those players can just sort of be moved around to all of the infield spots or the outfield spots, or a utility player can be used in the infield and the outfield. So those are sort of flexible players that you can move around. Also, if it's listed, if the person is listed as a DH, there's typically going to be also a primary fielding position, just in case you need to insert him into the field. You'll have a sense of whether was he a first baseman, was he a catcher, was he an outfielder? You know, what was he? If you needed to insert him, we have our main statistics here. So we have games played and at bats, average, home run, RBIs, hits, and stolen bases if they have any stolen bases. Just like the pitcher card, it tells the year and the team that the player plays for, that this card is for. And then we have all of our charts. So on the hitter card, we have a hits chart, we have an outs chart, we have a strikeouts chart, base running chart, and fielding. Fielding works just like the pitchers. So there's a catch rating, which is sort of catch and throw and make the throw. And then there's a range rating, which will come into play on the infield plays chart. If the result of the at bat is an out, remember we talked about the results coming off the pitcher card. So if the result is an out, then we will come to the batter card and we'll look and roll against the hitter's out chart. Now this determines the quality of the out. Was it a fly ball, a ground ball, or a line drive? And whatever this is will set us up to look at the correct chart to find who made the play, what do we do with runners who are on base, is there an error on the play, is there a double play, etc. So essentially you just roll your dice. Again, we're rolling 3d10s, and let's say this is our roll, a 999. That's a good roll. That's going to be a line drive. So it comes into his 792 to 1000 is his range for a line drive. So this will be a line drive hit by Wade Boggs. And then from there, we'll go to our outfield chart as the line drives and the fly balls go to the outfield. If it were a hit and we had rolled this same thing, 999 on his hit chart is going to be a home run, so 961 to 1000. So if the initial roll was the outcome was a hit, we come and see the quality of the hit. What type of hit was it? Single, double, triple, or home run? And yeah, that's that's the thing. I actually do have a sort of a rare place chart that if you did actually roll a three of a kind like this on a home run, that it would trigger the rare place chart. Excuse me. It'd trigger the rare place chart, and then you could roll on the rare place chart and see, was it some kind of unusual home run, like bounced out of the the player's glove and over the fence, or was it an inside the park home run, etc. So there are some rare plays that you can use if you want to. If not, you can just call it a home run and be done with it, and that would be the at bat. Now, if the outcome of the at bat off the pitcher card was a strikeout, and you want to determine was it a swinging strikeout or was it a called strike three, then you would roll against this strikeout number. If it's 1 to 227, then he strikes out swinging. If not, it is a strikeout looking. When the batter is on the base paths, we're going to use our base running chart here. We have a couple of different, it may not be necessarily intuitive to you, but I think it will mean something very intuitive. The green light is just trying to normalize how many stolen base attempts that each batter in the lineup makes over the course of a season. So we sort of judge how many stolen base attempts against how many opportunities which is standing at first base with a base open at second, essentially. And so he has about a 1.2% chance, or about 1.2% of those opportunities. Wade Boggs took off and tried to steal the base. So if you roll a 1, let's say he gets a single or a walk, and he's standing at first base with no one at second base, you would roll. And then if this number was 1 to 12, then he's going to take off. So there are a couple different ways to play that. You can either have him steal automatically, which is sort of how this is built, so that players will steal automatically, and then you would roll a second time to see if he was successful or not. So 1 to 240, he would be successful stealing. 241 to 1,000, he's thrown out. If you want to use the green light as just opening the door for the possibility of stealing, then, and say, unless he has the green light, he can't steal the base, then you could do that as well. So a 1 to 12, and then he would have the opportunity to steal. Otherwise, he's going to have to stay at first base. So that might be a popular option as well. And the last way to do it is to just manually choose to steal and ignore the green light altogether, and just say, when I want to steal, I want to steal. And then you would just roll against the player's success value. And finally, catching and range are going to be when the play goes from the outs chart to the outfield plays chart, or to the infield plays chart. You're going to use the player's catch and range ratings. So that is the batter card. Again, we go from the pitcher card to the batter card, and then from the batter card to the charts as necessary. In the next video, I'm going to show you the infield plays chart, and for an infielder like Wade Boggs, that's going to be very important.